All right, so this is our virtual engagement project proposal. Our group consists of Chloe from West Ottawa, Athena from Coopersville, Nate and Grace from Hamilton, and Ellie from Holland Christian. So we are a group of students that came together through futurePREP'd, and we are currently partnering with GVSU to answer the question of how can we increase virtual engagement among students? So we are targeting grades K through 12, and this information will be used by the teachers program at GVSU. In order to answer this question, we had to first decide what engagement meant to us. To us, engagement is participating and paying attention while having fun and being present. It's putting in effort, being on task, and getting all of your work done. Next, we have some videos to introduce some of the problems that we have with virtual learning.
All right, students, Adam, I need you to take your Google Doc assignment. I need you to upload that to your Google Drive and then place it in Teachable, which is a format that is located on Schoology. If you go to the third page of Teachable, you'll see the Schoology link. And if you can't find that, some of the instructions are on Chalkboard. We'll be Zooming on Thursday, but I won't be live, so I will have to send the Zoom video through Google Classroom. I hope that's clear.
What? What are we supposed to be doing? I'm so confused. What does he want us to do? What are we doing? I wish we had check-ins or a sort of communication that fixed this problem.
Brain breaks are beneficial to students because they'll help them ease their stress over school and to hopefully socialize with others.
Mom, can you help me with this math problem? I don't really get that. Sorry. Mom, can you help me with this math problem? Yeah, just let me pull up the parent tutorial a second.
Yes, hello? Yes, this is the her school counselor speaking, yes. Yeah, well, okay, so that's a kind of complicated question, but you just want to know what your students' grades are and how to access assignments in their platform online. Okay, well, I'm going to ask you to go to our school website. On our school website, you're going to go to a specific page, and through that page, you will get to one of the platforms that we use to house grades. So if you want to look for the grades, you're going to go through that. You need to have a login from the school, so we can provide you with that. But then you're going to need to sit down with your kid and go through the platform that they use for all of their schoolwork. So there are two different platforms, but then within that platform, some of the teachers use different ones. And then if your student has a quote unquote online class, which is different from the in-person classes that have an online component, then they would be sent to one of those different platforms, because we have about 7 different vendors that we use. So I'm not sure which online courses your student has, but I can share with you how to get to the login information for each of those courses if you can let me know which ones they have.
So now that we've seen some of the problems we have with virtual learning, I'm going to talk a little bit about how we got to our solutions. So as you can see, we did lots of different activities to make sure our solutions were good to answer these questions. We did stakeholder maps, which help us to understand the perspectives of people who might be impacted by this. We looked up some need to knows. We did brain firing. We did search sifting to find relevant research. We came up with 100 different ideas before choosing our solutions. We sent out Google Form surveys to parents, students, and teachers all across the area. We did the enough tests on our solutions to figure out how new, how useful, and how feasible they are. And then we did a solution pitch out with another group and gave feedback to each other. So Athena's actually going to start talking about our first solution.
One solution we came up for a driving question are check-ins. You might be asking, what are check-ins? Check-ins are follow-ups that can cause great impacts in individuals. We sent out individual surveys to parents, students, and teachers, asking what are some struggles and some needs to make online learning more engaging. There were the feedbacks. These are comments from the Ottawa County, and the 2 comments are from different students. They asked for individual meetings with their instructors for further questions. They also asked to make videos so the process of communication could be easier. The teacher on the 3rd shared a struggle that she wanted students to be more alerted about the emails that were coming through. And the 4th one was also a struggle for the parents. They asked for the lack of structure and the lack of teachers getting back to kids with questions. Checking in with students can be helpful to see where everyone is at and can also help issues of engagement. And I'm passing it to Chloe that's going to talk about brain break.
Okay, thanks, Athena. Brain breaks will be beneficial to students during virtual learning because they'll help students to calm themselves and to ease their stress. It may also allow them to talk with the friends that they have and maybe even make new friends. Brain breaks can also be a time where they can work on homework and ask the teacher for help. And it could be an after-school meeting or maybe during an in-class meeting. Teachers could put students in breakout rooms, depending on who the students want to be with or whatever the teacher thinks would work best. Or the teacher could also set up a fun activity such as icebreakers. Okay, Grace, you're up next.
So one of the things that we really miss with virtual learning is communication with parents. Parent involvement is one of the most important factors in a child's education. But how can parents be involved if they don't know what's going on? So our solution is to have tutorials for parents from the teachers. These can be things like emails or even videos explaining what's going on in a child's class and maybe going into some more detail about projects or other things that they have to do. This is to help the parents understand how they can help their child. Athena's going to share about the importance of a uniform platform.
One of the many important solutions that we came up for a driving question is the importance of a uniform platform. So our first topic is simplification over preference. Organization is a very important aspect in engagement. There are many great options for assignments, working, giving and receiving grades, and communicating. However, with so many options, it can become overwhelming for students, especially if they have to check multiple places from multiple sources. For example, on the right, we have Google Classroom, we have Schoology, Mail. These can be all in one thing, and it can be very confusing for many people. For multiple courses, it also fits in with the topic. In assignments, we believe that this is a problem overlooked by teachers, since they typically choose to assign work for all their classes in one place. But for students to have to check multiple platforms, this can cause actually lots of stress and confusion and lack of communication. Also for communication, we have many options like mail, Zoom, and I think the teacher should only pick one so there wouldn't be less missed comments and more questions solved. That it can be easier to handle. For assignments, Google Classroom, Schoology are great options. And this can also fit in with grades. And one way to communicate are Google Voice or Skype. Thank you. I'm gonna be passing it off to Nate, talking about schedules and time management.
Time management and schedule is one of the other things that we've been working on as a group to increase student engagement in our online learning environment. One of the big things we found is that spending 30 to 40 minutes or 3 to 4 hours in total, 4 to 6, is best suited for per class, including spending 30 to 40 minutes per class, including the Zoom meeting and work, is important for students to stay engaged in an online learning environment. It is supported by many studies and will help students pay attention more in class. Displaying an easy to read and straightforward schedule with times, due dates available will also help the students be able to pay attention and know where to find all their work assignments. And making sure that this is the students know where to find this and making it available on the same platform as their work can also help very much, so that the students can get to their work quickly and efficiently and get it done on time. Providing a link on the assignments on the calendar and schedule can help students a lot by making it so that they can use their calendar as a portal to go to all of their assignments and not have to sort through all of their other work and be able to just use that as their primary source to get to their work. Next, we have conclusion. Our conclusion, our solutions to our driving question is to provide check-ins, increase brain breaks, communicate with parents, provide a uniform platform, and increase time management and provide schedule. The benefits of these is that it increases communication and problem solving. It relieves stress, builds communication skills, and it provides involvement and accountability to the individuals and their parents, and it's simplistic and accessible, and it also helps form critical skills important to our school. This concludes our presentation.